Hi, this is Wild Women with Wine, Part 2. We're having some really strange technical difficulty tonight, so hopefully Karenlee will come back in and we'll be able to invite Owen and other people that may want to come in and add some content to our live. So we do have badges turned on. You guys were so generous in the first section, and so I hope that we can keep this going. All right, so view request, go live. Let's give it a try. Do, 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 do. Drum roll.
It's working.
What the hell is going on tonight?
I don't know, but I have to say Owen is trying to get on now. So if you see someone,
all right, I'm watching.
Let Owen in.
I'm watching carefully. All right. He says he requested.
More 24.
But right, I see him. He says he requested, but there's no request coming in for me.
It's got to be on the bottom right corner or something like that.
No.
Maybe because he's on mine and I have to let him in. I don't think I can let him in.
Yeah, you have to come in from my Instagram.
Owen, you got to go in from her Instagram.
Yeah. So go to Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce _ELR and then come in. Yeah, it's got to be on mine because I'm on top tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you see when people request? Probably not. So if you're on Karen's, you won't be able to request to come in, only on my Instagram. I think that's how it works. We're still trying to figure all this stuff out.
Are you still as gorgeous as always, Karen? Are you still on Patreon? Yes, Johnny. Thank you.
Yes, Karen, you are still as gorgeous as ever.
I just try real hard. So that
you don't have to, because it just comes natural to you.
Oh. And vice versa, my darling.
You're just totally a natural beauty.
Oh, where do we pick up some girl like this? So Owen said he's on yours now.
Okay. So have you tried requesting on mine? Because I'm still not seeing.
Thank you for joining me here on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, give some hearts so other people know we're on here. Western
people often pretty. I think there's beautiful people all over the planet.
Me too.
You know, the people I'm the most enamored with are Egyptian people. The structure of their skull is very unique, and their eye shape, and I mean, it just awe inspires me.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm pretty fond of the Hispanic South Americans.
Well, I mean, for the women, their bodies are just like killer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened to Owen?
Owen, you're on mine. Honestly, I have not seen anything. Let me just scroll.
You see in the bottom right corner, there's like little things, like a little plus, a little arrow thing. There must be something there. I am hoping.
No.
Wait, this is your first live stream? How do you like it?
Okay, let me see.
Say hi.
I'm inviting him now.
Okay, you invite him. I suggest
I invited him.
Sunglasses to make you cooler and more beautiful.
There he is.
Oh my God, it's Owen.
Finally, that was just like,
what the hell?
Technology was just not like our thing.
No, not our friend tonight.
Unbelievable. But we did it.
Thank you.
Yay. Everyone press those little hearts because Owen is here.
Yay.
I don't know anything more about you, Owen, other than you're a TikToker. And any fellow TikToker is a friend of mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a cult.
Really is. Honestly, it's kind of crazy because initially, when I first started like TikToking and whatnot, I was just posting like kind of like random videos to kind of like see what stuck. And then back in like October, I ended up posting a video and I was like, hey, like my cousin's getting married in March. Like I need a wedding date, you know? And then all of a sudden my page just started just kind of getting like a lot of like more action and attention. and people have been commenting from literally like all over the world. Hey, everyone. Like California,
So cool.
I say California, like all over the world, but London, just
wait, did you find a date?
I mean, I actually, it's funny. There's a little online link I put in my TikTok bio to like kind of fill out like an application of sorts to like.
I'm good. I was gonna suggest that.
Kind of like, it's like, yeah, let me know more about you, like what's your name, where are you from, like what do you like to do for fun? Do you mind, because I'm in the DC area, so I was like, hey, like would you mind coming out to DC? Would you rather go as potential love interest or go as friends? I was like, there's no wrong answer. And honestly, there's been a good amount of people who are like, honestly, yeah, I'll just go as friends. And I'm like, that's okay too. Like, as long as we get along, like that's really what matters.
When's the wedding?
The wedding is March. Where or when?
When?
March 6th, 2000.
Okay. I think you should let Karen and I pick your date.
No,
Yeah.
I think you should just take me and Nancy with you.
Well, I think maybe he could have +3, because I think Karen and I think we should pick his date for him.
I think
we can help you.
Super like small script lettering and be like, so it just looks like one name.
Yeah.
So yeah, who knows?
We could really find you the right one.
You know what? If wherever help I can get, I'll take it. Absolutely. I see my friends.
We have good intuition about that stuff. So.
And for some reason, I don't think you have a lot of trouble getting women anyway, Owen.
You would think, I mean, I appreciate that, but you would think, but it's tough. Days, it's pretty hard.
Well, it's hard because we're living in a time when you have to walk around with a mask and a hazmat suit in order to stay safe.
Well, and it's all. I think the other thing is there's too many choices.
Yeah, you gotta keep swiping.
Yeah, you can
shop away people.
Yeah,
this one has the wrong color eyes. Swipe them away. This one.
I mean, if you think about it, like the way this social media era and culture and dating apps have being as prolific as they are, you can sit from the friendly confines of your living room and talk to 50, 60, 70 women or men, or whatever preference at once. You can just sit, swipe. So it's kind of like incredible that like people are able to find like long-lasting relationships in today's climate because there's so much variety. Like,
there's just too many choices.
Well, I think that people are so afraid that if they choose one, they're going to miss out on all the other ones that are going to be on the next list.
Yup.
And wow, I can't even imagine that pressure. I've been with my husband for 35 years. So
how Owen, what's your tactic because when I was on the dating sites, I would always go with the guy who's the funniest. The one guy wrote this whole thing how he got out of jail like the day before, and I was like, that's my guy.
That guy. Like the people who I think because like there's so much like unknown regarding prison and the jail system in the United States that like when people who serve time get on TikTok, they explode because people are like,
I saw that.
I was in jail. Like, what do you eat? Like, do they let you celebrate birthdays? Like, do food? Like, it's kind of like incredible. Like, people have so many questions. So you will see guys pick up 50, 60, 70,000 followers in 1-2 days.
All right. So for those of you watching right now, all you need to do is go to jail and come out and you're going to be a winner.
And if you're
a winner on TikTok,
a little bit of time, hey.
We need. There's going to be a whole new reality show called Thug Love.
Thug Love.
Honestly, though, like
no, but I think you're right. People do want to know what's going on in prison because I saw this girl and she was a super attractive girl. I forgot her name, but she had millions of followers. You probably know her. She was talking about her experience, because she got hooked on drugs and ended up in there. She was a beautiful model and she was literally like, it's a shame. So she went there and she was talking about her experience and it is pretty incredible. So, what I was saying was this guy clearly had not gone to jail. He was just like made up this whole fictitious rant about himself. And I was like, that's the one I want. But I just don't take life that seriously. So, you know, that's what's good about these dating apps. Because, like, if you're looking for someone who's a very serious person, you know not to bother with someone like me.
So Brady says he's going to head to the bank right now and steal money. So he needs followers.
I mean, shoot, I need followers on TikTok. Come on.
I got some questions here, like, what's my shoe size? Now, why would someone need to know this?
Well, maybe they want to send you shoes.
Hostile MGTOW does not want to send me shoes.
Set up like an Amazon kind of like wish list.
Yeah,
I actually had one at one point.
We should do that, Karen.
Someone actually did send me a pair of really cool boots.
I have
really,
yeah.
As one, she's a TikToker with Frank's hot sauce, and people like actually like buy her stuff.
Actually, buy it.
I have a lot of foot fetish fans that follow me because when I travel, I post my feet traveling. Because I usually look like shit, so I'm not going to post pictures of my face. But my feet always look good.
The pedicure's looking good.
Yeah, always get a pedi before I travel.
People,
so my feet, every airport.
All right, here we got another question on YouTube from G Host, which I guess is Ghost. How do older women give a guy choosing signals?
What was that?
How do older women give a guy choosing signals? So, like, I'm guessing. Oh, and you
like I choose
help me out
you?
Here, but I'm guessing she's. Yeah. How do older women give? Like, what signals would an older woman give to a younger guy that she's interested?
They would pay attention to you.
I think the same that anybody would do, regardless of your age. I don't think it's like a special tactic by age. I used to go to this one club in Atlantic City, New Jersey. They would have every first Friday at this club called Boogie Nights. They would have a Cougars and Cubs event. Exactly how you think. Guys under 27 got in free. Women over 40 got in free. So
I love it.
They knew exactly what they were doing. And honestly, it was the same. Like, hey, how are you doing? Like, you want to get a drink? Like, what's your name? Talk to them. And yeah. Like my friends and I used to go in college.
That's great.
It was actually kind of fucking crazy, but
I ran a whole Cougars and Cub retreat in Jamaica, a week-long retreat for probably about 3 or 4 years. So that's fun.
I guess so. The guy that's asking the questions, Ghost, he says interest levels. I don't know what interest levels mean.
So what Jentastic says, we make him a priority.
Yeah, it's true because like ever since I posting more like dating content on TikTok, a lot of the women who've been like applying to go to the wedding with me, and a lot of the women who've like been commenting on like are like for some moms, like I don't know why, but like my content right now is like 8. Like,
wait, your content is what?
It's like a hit with the single mothers that I'm.
A hit, you're hitting with the single mothers because you're a nice guy. They're like,
kind of crazy.
You want a nice guy.
Like, okay. So I don't know. Like, I don't know what attracts them to my profile, but they definitely seem to like enjoy it. So I'm kind of just like, I don't know. They talk to me, but I will say they are definitely more like straightforward.
They don't have any time to waste. If they're single moms, they're not wasting their time with some, goggly gook. They're just going to go right to the no playing games.
What's your book called, Karen?
Yeah, I have a book called Fuck Games, Date Cougars. It's on Amazon. Look it up. It tells you where to go to meet and what to say and all that other stuff. So that would be easier for you, Ghost. Just read my book. I got a picture of my book here.
So, as a single man, when you're approaching single mothers, do you feel any different level of responsibility for not messing with their heads?
Was this for me?
Pardon?
Oh no, sorry. Were you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
So, as a single man, if you're dating a single mother, do you have any different level of feeling of responsibility for not messing with her head, maybe like you would a single woman without children?
That's a good question, Nancy.
Yeah, no,
Thank
that's a
you.
good question. I mean, personally, I tried to play as little, like, I guess, games as possible because my time is extremely valuable. And the
Okay.
time I would spend wasting someone else's time or playing games with them, I could be using that to, like, use it in more productive means and more productive ways. So I try not to do that. However, I will say, like, I do try, if I were to date a woman who has children, I definitely would have to date with intention and be, like, very comfortable and very, like, okay with the fact that, like, whether or not I want children at this point, because you can't date a woman with children and not expect to inherit the child. Like, that's just, like, how it
Exactly.
works.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll make that decision, like, from the beginning. Like, if I'm not ready to be a father or even a stepfather, why would I go out of my way to date a woman who has children? Because, like, why would I do that? That's just not fair to the
Yeah.
or the child. So I would have to be very, like, mindful and very cognizant of that.
I always say that's like a no compromise situation.
Right.
It's not like you
Yeah,
can say,
straight up.
okay, I'm, you know, I'll take half a
But
check.
do you set boundaries? Because I'm so curious about this from a man's point of view, because I know as I was a single mother at one point, and I set very clear boundaries for nobody knew where I lived, nobody met my child.
Right.
I really kept those my dating life and my maternal life very, very separate. Do you do that as well?
I try. Like, I try. At least in just big picture in general, like TikTok. I mean, some of my information's, like, a little accessible, which I don't love. Like, I know I've gone live a few times and people have tried to, like dox me. Like, one guy was, like, posting my aunt, like, the date. My aunt passed away 2 years ago, and he was posting, like, oh, does this date mean anything to you? And it was, like, her exact birth date, and I was kind of like, huh? And then he started posting, like, other, like, information, which was, I just ended up blocking the guy. So in general, I try to, like, really keep my information very limited because I know a lot of people mean well, but at the end of the day, like, people are, like, aggressive, and, like, not everyone's intent is, like, the best. So not even, like, with people I'm trying to date, but just people in general, like, I just try to really keep things as close to the best as I can within reason. Like, I'll tell you what my name of my dog is, but, like, I'm not telling people, hey, I live in this apartment building, so.
It's scary. You don't know what someone's going to do. And
Right.
it's really, especially if you're living alone or, like Nancy with young kids.
Yeah. And looking at it from the other perspective of, because I know there are some women out there that are looking for a daddy for their babies, and they're interviewing men to see who's going to match to be a dad for their kids. I'm wondering, as a man, do you set your own boundaries that isn't going to be considered unless the two of you, you and the woman, really are a good match?
Yeah.
Then you would agree to meet the children. Then you would agree to see that side of things. But for a good long time, I wrote an article about having 2 years. So a good long time before you really knew if this was somebody that you would invest in before she were introduced to her children. Because that moment you're introduced to her children, you've changed the life of those children. And I don't know how many men really understand the dynamic of that.
It could be vice versa too, Nancy.
Yeah.
Owen could have, like, a stable of 6 kids right now. We don't know.
Oh, absolutely.
He may have kids he doesn't even know about.
It's absolutely.
Sure
if you're the other person, yeah, absolutely.
Well, I will say, for those who are watching, I do not have any children at all that I know of.
In case you were wondering,
that you know of.
In case you're a candidate for the March wedding, if you're a candidate for the March wedding, he has no children that he knows of.
I've tried using that line, and it doesn't work as well.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't hit the same. I will say, I mean, personally, I don't think I would ever, like, at least not anytime soon, be in a position or headspace where I could truly see myself dating somebody with a child. Because right now, like that, like I know for a fact I have a lot of like maturing and a lot of growing up to do. And
good for you for saying that.
I just don't think it would be in the best interest of the relationship for me to kind of really pursue something seriously with somebody who has children. Now, they were like,
no.
Get drinks and, you know, keep things casual, fun, okay. But if they're like, hey, I'd like you to be like my boyfriend, like really date with intention and like seriousness, I honestly, I don't think I could do it.
No, you right from the get go. You decide in your you decide, I need to be honest, you know, where I'm at, and if you and it'll save it a lot of heartache later. Even if your feelings change, it's okay too. But at the beginning, you should at least say, this is where I'm at, and this is what I'm not looking for.
Yeah.
Just want to remind people real quick, hold on, that we have badges turned on. If this conversation is helping you, is inspiring you, please toss us a badge, because this helps us keep coming back week after week.
Absolutely. And also,
what are the badges?
I had a question here.
I'm not familiar.
It's like a tip.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
So somebody keeps asking this question. Let me give them a moment. Which clubs support the cougar and cub thing?
In New Jersey.
Well, the one club I've been to in Atlantic City, what's Boogie Nights? They have the Cougars and Cubs night every Friday at the Tropicana Hotel in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Go and tell them, you know, Owen sent you. The bouncers will probably be like, who? But like, it'll make me.
Tell them Owen, the guy that's getting married in March.
America getting married in March. My cousin is getting married in March. But if those of you who are interested, they can check my TikTok out.
In my book that I was showing you before, Fuck Games Day Cougars, there is like a list of clubs on the East Coast that one of the guys that I was talking to made in detail. So if you want to find that list, gotta buy my book, Fuck Games Day Cougars. It's in there and it's on the East Coast. I don't know.
Where can they find your book?
On Amazon, of course.
But if we buy it on Amazon, can we get like signed copies?
Yes.
Do you sign them? We can have a book signing, Karen. That's what we could do, is do a book signing in LA.
Yeah, we should do a book signing. Look at that.
So Megan's a fan.
Oh yeah,
what a stand-up guy you are, Owen.
I'm actually LA in January.
Megan, you might want to DM Owen about that wedding that's coming up in March.
Is that
Megan would be a great date.
The blue-haired girl. So,
Owen, do you have a specific age group that you go for, that you like solicit, or what's the right word? Advertise for?
Yeah, do you solicit women over the age of 60?
I would say like on a like serious dating level, because first of all, I'll say Owen Moore doesn't discriminate. Like, I don't care how old you are. Like, if there's a connection, cool. But like, I do have to be like kind of realistic, and like, I do want children, like eventually, and things of that nature. Like, have like raised children, do all that like cool shit. So I know I can't, you know, date a woman who's in her 70s. You know, like, come on.
All right, so all right, we're done.
We're out.
We're out.
And 80s, and you know, you get the idea. And so I would say 25 to 35.
Okay.
And also, here, John is asking, do older women prefer no strings attached or a deep, meaningful relationship?
To me,
again, I don't know how anybody.
It depends on the woman.
It depends, yeah. Like, I've been in situations where I've had casual encounters with older women who are in their 40s and 40s. Yeah, I'm almost in 50s, but I don't know why. But I've also had casual encounters with people in their 20s, like my age. So it really depends.
I 100% agree with you. There is no reason to discriminate against age. And you know, if it's the reverse, also, usually if a guy is dating someone 20 years younger, no one blinks an eye. As soon as you have a girl dating someone 20 years older, that all of a sudden she's like, Wow, cougar.
But it's,
You know,
like,
chemistry has no age.
never.
And so if two people really connect, there's attraction, there's passion, there's interest. Honest to God, it doesn't matter what the age span is,
Yeah.
as long as they're legal.
All right, so John, I hope that answered your question about no strings versus deep, meaningful relationship. And I mean, it could change too. When I met my boyfriend, I wanted to like just casual, and it turned into a long relationship. So,
yeah,
I feel like that's usually how it starts. Like, oh, I'm not looking for anything, you know, whatever, and then.
But it's probably true,
Yeah.
right? I mean, with my husband also, he's deceased, just so you know, and we were friends, like just for like a year or so before we even did anything more than platonic.
That's the best. That honest to God, I think that those are the most sustainable relationships. If you find somebody that you just really like, and you just want to be around and
right,
get to know,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the best.
Okay, there's a lot going on here. Mrs. Elv is saying an inconspicuous prejudice is that when an older woman connects with a younger person, some judge and label her as immature, frivolous, insecure. Basically, the exact opposite is true. Often they assume she's trying to prove she's still young or attractive and worthy. Guess what? She's all these things and multiplied. Not that you have to be young to be valued, but you can stay young no matter what age, nothing to prove. Anyway, behind these problematic ideas, what they actually mean is women don't deserve their birthrights to a fulfilling sexual life and to feel good about themselves. How profound and
beautiful.
And thank you for the rose. I love these little roses. Last time I looked at what the roses mean on TikTok, and I got 7 cents. Woo!
So I'm getting some pressure from the Zeitbug 66. Dr. Nancy, your age, please. It's none of your fucking business.
And why do guys, the number one question I get asked, other than size, and if size matters, the number 2 question is, what's the youngest guy you'd ever date? Why are they asking that?
I think they want to know if your answer is anywhere close to reason to where they are in life to see, all right, if she says, all right, I'll date 30, then I'm 28, like, okay, I can probably get away with it if I lie and say I'm not.
It's true.
Well, as if they have a shot. I mean, I think that's the crazy thing is this is Instagram. Karen's in a long-term relationship. She's not dating anybody, so
or marry.
What are they thinking?
I literally had to put a kibosh on the guy who asked me to marry him, even though he said it very respectfully. He was looking for an old woman of age 60 to marry.
Wow.
I don't know what the guy was
looking for a sugar mama.
Yeah, I guess so. Those are really prevalent in like Miami. I went out to visit my oldest.
Oh yeah.
A couple weeks ago, and I was like, holy hell, what the? We went to dinner, and literally maybe 25 to 30% of the tables in like our like section of the restaurant were either middle-aged women and 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds, like, or middle-aged men, and the same thing for women. And I was just like,
it's like Cougarville.
yeah,
on both sides, cougar and silver fox.
Yeah, and I think like this person Brady Bunn is saying is, I think like the media has definitely played a significant role in kind of like creating like the false reality and dramatizing dating, like going after older women, and then you see State Mom and other songs where it's like, wow, like cougars are in, like, huh. But it's kind of just like there's also women who are your age who are in too. But there's also nothing wrong with like middle-aged women and the older women, none of that. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's also like they shouldn't be over-sexualized like the way they are in the media and things of that nature, because
I know
for all people.
That's why I like to do TikTok. I like to tell those little whippersnappers what it's really like out there.
Yeah.
I think it's being fetishized.
Thank you for the roses. Older than dirt. 5. Older than dirt 5. Thank you for the roses. It's
Oh my
very
God.
sweet. I like that guy. Older than dirt. I always wonder where people come up with their names.
All right. So Brady has a question for you. I have a question. How does a guy stay patient with a woman when it has been a long time since dating?
What? Oh, the woman just started dating again?
No, how does a guy stay patient with a woman when it's been a long time since dating? So I think,
so he's
I
horny.
think he's trying to say, how do you stay patient when you haven't dated for a long time?
Well,
Okay. Owen, is that ever a problem for you?
I've never like long periods of time without dating outside of lockdown. But I would say, at least for me, like this is what I did, and I don't know, it might not work for everyone. Is I just really kind of like just started to hang out with my friends who are in relationships, and I was like, hey, it's been a little while, like, you know, I haven't really gone out with anybody in a year. Like, what do you think is like appropriate? What do you think are cool ideas of things we can do? And what are things, you know, we can talk about? And they were kind of like, hey, you know, just be yourself. I mean,
That's a great call. Very good call. I
don't
love
put
it.
too much pressure on it and just let things flow. And what's meant to be will be. And life just has a funny way of working out as it should. So
Yeah.
don't really overthink it. And there's a reason why this person agreed to go out with you. And just be the person that attracted them in the first place, and you should be in good shape.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
I mean,
all you women looking for that March, you got, this is why he's special. Okay?
I think there's so much. Do you feel like there's a lot of pressure to perform, either in behavior or as a man or dating or sexually or financially? What kind of pressure is out there for single men in that dating world?
I would definitely say there's like definitely the pressure of inadequacy, especially like I felt it myself when I see some of my friends who are in like long-term relationships and moving in with their girlfriends and starting to have children and approaching life's like major milestones. And there have definitely been times where I'm like, damn, like I'm not even doing that yet. Like, what's wrong with me? So it's
Nothing is wrong with you.
so
I got married at 23. A lot of pressure. No reason to get married, and no reason to get married at all, in my humble opinion.
yeah.
But the other part of it is there's no need for a serious relationship until you find the right one, and you never know when that's going to happen. It could happen tomorrow, or it could happen like 5 years from now. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I've been trying to like tell myself. It's kind of like I know like when it's right, like it'll happen, and
Right.
kind of try to push those kind of like negative thoughts to the back of my head. But I know all guys, like, you know, when they see their friends, oh, look what he's driving, look what apartment he has, look what he's doing. It's definitely makes you kind of
All that stuff is so superficial and nonsense. This is how it's been over, especially when we were younger. Nancy and I, there was a lot of pressure. What are the neighbors going to think, type of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And who said this just now? I can't find it anymore. About their mom is a follower of mine. Whoever that is.
Oh yeah.
Tell your mom I say hi.
That was Vinu Neath.
Vinu Neath. Tell your mother I say hey. I'm glad that you shared that with me. Let's see.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of pressure. I think, you know, we talk as a woman, I know in my circles, we talk a lot about the pressure on women from socially, from all the inappropriate questions like, when are you getting married? Who are you dating? When are you going to have a baby? When are you going to have another baby? You know, there's just this constant barrage of really inappropriate questioning of women.
Yeah.
And I think
even,
we don't
even
appreciate.
So far as like when I went to college, my parents would say, it doesn't matter like if you have a degree, just make sure you get an MRS degree. Find a man.
Right. But I think that pressure is still on women. I mean, from like gynecologists talking to women about, ooh, you're getting up to 25, you should start thinking about freezing your eggs and crap like that. So I'm wondering, is that kind of pressure, do people ask young men the same questions? Do you have a girlfriend? Are you going to get married? When are you going to have kids? Do you feel that kind of pressure?
I know, like, for example, funny that you mentioned that. My dad actually just got remarried 2 weekends ago. Well, over Thanksgiving weekend. And a couple of my aunts and uncles were like, you're next, right? And I'm looking at them like, you realize my sister has been dating her boyfriend for the last years? Like,
on your sister.
older than me, too? Like, I'm not next.
Yeah, pick on her.
They did that to my sister too. When I got married at 23, she was 21. They're like, "You're next." He's like, "I'm not even dating anybody. What are you talking about? I'm 21 years old."
Yeah. Okay.
It's just societal bullshit. It's complete society. Society says the weirdest thing. And I got to answer this guy on TikTok. Are you single? Always wondered these years. Do you like younger men? I'm 25.
No. Yes. No.
Put it right behind you when you go live and just put, I am taken. Don't ask my age. Hello, nice to see you.
Do the little.
Yeah. Be like,
oh my God, we get the same questions every week.
What does this one say? Because I can't see it again.
It says, yes, after my parents divorced, my mom was in a confused state, and Karen's YouTube videos and Instagram page is one thing she always follows, and it's helped her to start dating again. Woohoo!
Woo! Tell her to buy my book, Cougar's Guide to Getting Your Ass Back Out There.
Yes. She's a happy woman. Thank you from us. That's awesome.
Oh, I'm so happy she's a happy woman.
That's a great testimonial. Yeah.
First book, Cougar's Guide to Getting Your Ass Back Out There. That's for the women like your mom.
So Karen, your story is such an inspiration to women in every culture, every age, all over the world.
I appreciate you saying that, and your story is as well. I think when you get to be our age, everybody has a story.
Well, if you don't,
have no story.
Where have you been? What have you been doing? Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is my second over-hour live stream, so I got to run.
Yeah.
Owen, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Owen.
It's been incredible.
Yeah, it's definitely been really fun. I've enjoyed the questions, and definitely.
So I want to give you a plug here on TikTok and YouTube. If you want to talk to Owen and get yourself in the running for the March wedding, what is your handles on all these things?
Sure. TikTok is Dating with Owen, and I look forward to talking with y'all.
Dating with Owen, you guys check it out. And Nancy, let's hear where they can find you.
You can find me pretty much everywhere. Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce. My website is DRNSP. I'm on Patreon, patreon.com/Dr. Nancy. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm a political advocate. I'm a fierce women's advocate, and I'm a fierce men's advocate.
You're a very fierce advocate.
I'm just a fierce advocate for humans. I consider myself a humanist more than anything, and equal rights for everyone. Everybody should have a voice. Everybody should have an equal opportunity to have the best life possible. So if you want a piece of that, come find me.
And you can find me on Karenlee Poter all over the place. And you can find me on my podcast, Sex Talk with My Mom. Thank you all for joining us on TikTok and YouTube and here on Instagram.
And thanks for putting up with our 3 stars.
Sorry, we had some techie issues.
I'm glad y'all had me. This was so much fun. I definitely would love to join y'all in the future.
Come on back. Yeah.
Just come back again.
We're usually here every Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. And Karen and I have a very special event on the 16th of December, our holiday party, where Karen and I will be sitting side by side and doing a toast to the holidays for everybody.
Yeah. Okay. We have Patreon. I think you mentioned it before. It's a way that you can support us and find and message us if you have any questions that we haven't been answered in a live stream. It's patreon.com/Karenlee, patreon.com/Dr. Nancy.
All right.
And that's it.
And you can find this video on my YouTube channel later on when I get it put up there. And that's Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce on YouTube. So find us and you can see all of our past shows and hours of entertainment. All right. Remember to be kind to each other and hug the people that you feel safe hugging. And when you're out there in the public, please wear your goddamn mask.
Wear your mask.
Please wear your mask and go get your vaccines. Please. All right. Thanks, Owen.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. All right, you guys. We'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves.